you describe po yourself? How would you describe yourself po as a person? Not necessarily as a sore head, but then you as a person po. Because like, professionalism and then your human life, mali. Your professionalism and then your not professional life, they're kind of different. So like, po, like as a non-professional, someone who just wants to enjoy her time, like how would you describe yourself po?
I am introvert ako. Kahit na yung work ko before is related to sales, to talking to people. When sa personal life ko, I like to be alone. Most of the time gusto ko mag-isa because kasi nga sa work ko, I interact with people, especially my previous work, I always talk to people, I talk to clients. So, I prefer to be alone, but I am approachable. If you talk to me, I will engage in the conversation. But if I want to enjoy or if I want to relax, I'd rather be alone, sleep, and watch Netflix. And I'm not I can't say that I'm an outgoing person because I like I parang ang remedy ko is pag-uwi sa bahay. So for ibang tao, they want to go outside, hiking, ganyan. I'd rather stay home with my dog. So, yun ako. But I am approachable and I think friendly in a way kasi hindi naman ako masungit. But yun nga, I'd rather be alone. But I have friends, pero hindi rin ganun karami. Very konti lang din.
So in connection to that po, miss, so like, so my follow-up question there would be, as a professional then, how it's like that's who you are po kasi as a non-professional. That's you as a person. But as sorehead, how do you wanna be seen po ba? Or how do you wanna project yourself to the students?
Well, since this is a parang the department or yung is parang support to the students who gives suggestions based on my understanding then before when I was a student. She is or he is a SOAR or a SAO head is someone who gives guidance to the students whenever they feel hopeless. So parang, Miss, ano nang gagawin? What do you suggest? What do you think that we should do? So I will try to be like that, especially ngayon na pandemic, hindi tayo nagkikita. So I will try to give support to the students as much as possible. And siguro, gusto ko or I want the students to see me as an approachable teacher, an approachable leader, because I want you to reach out to me to let me know how you feel, what you feel, and I want you to be open about kunyari, pag may events or activities, gusto ko open kayo with your ideas para hindi mahirap kausapin, diba? I want you to approach me kasi ayoko naman na parang when there's a problem or there will be a conflict in the future, hindi niyo sinabi sa akin kasi natakot kayong sabihin kasi hindi ako approachable. So, yun. Gusto ko light lang. Pero not so light na parang there's no respect. But,
yes,
I just want you to reach out to me.
What kind of, what do you, like kayo po, like do you have plans po ba for the students? In any way, as a SOAR head?
As a SOAR head. So, for now, parang ang pinaka first thing that I have to do is organization of activities, filing, kasi for now medyo there's really no concrete plan, and I would also like to really focus on all of the activities that you're doing because I want to kumbaga parang each activities, I want to at least let the students learn soft skills. So I want to focus on that and to promote or to um, siguro suggest more activities that will help the students develop more soft skills kasi it's very needed sa industry. And I think that the students will appreciate it more. They won't just have fun in the
Yes
activities,
po.
but they'll also learn skills that is needed, no? Ngayon.
So, going back naman po, because like you mentioned po that you were, you not were, you are an alumni po of APC, right? Ano pong course nyo?
Marketing and advertising.
I see. How did you, like, how did it come po as a full circle na you came back po as a, like, as like a SAO head?
Okay. Well, actually, accident yung pagpasok ko sa APC. So, I worked at IBPAP before, the IT and Business Process Association of the Philippines, which is also a partner of APC. And then, sabi ko, kasi ang tagal ko nang nag-apply for SAO role, I think 2019 yata, 2018. Basta nag-apply ako for SAO role. Kasi sabi ko, I just wanna try. Gusto kong makita. I was inspired by the previous SAO role. SAO head. Her name is Miss Susha.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you know her.
I don't think so po.
So,
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so naisip ko na parang gusto ko i-try. Gusto ko makita how to do it. So, nag-apply ako. But unfortunately, hindi ako yung nakuha. Sabi ko, okay lang. Tapos, yung contact information ko kasi, since I applied, nandoon. And then, parang after a few months, APC called me for a different position. Senior high school teacher naman. So, sabi ko, sige, try ko. Kasi I also, very active kasi ako sa Teatro Fileo. So, familiar ka ba?
Yes po. So I'm assuming po you were with them? Like you were one of their members po ba?
So kahit na graduate ako, I mentor them, I attend workshops, they also invite me to do trainings, ganyan, to support them. As I also direct plays, ganyan. So sabi ko, why not? Parang na-enjoy ko yung teaching. So I want to try it. And then APC hired me noong 2019 as a part-time senior high school teacher. So I teach English subjects, business communication, and ano yung isa? Organization and management. So yun, nagtuloy-tuloy. Tapos parang I think, naisip ko na parang light bulb moment. Gusto kong magturo. So, nagtuloy-tuloy na siya, and then they offered me the full-time position this year. Kaya lang pala, nag-stop pala siya. Kasi part-time lang ako, so nag-apply ako for another, sa ibang company, and then I was hired at Cebuana Lulier. So, I was pero 3 months lang because of the pandemic. So, I was the brand specialist there. And then, tumawag ulit si APC. So, sabi nila, they need a senior high school teacher again. Tapos yun na, nagtuloy-tuloy na siya hanggang sa na full-time ako. And then, in-offer na si SAO role. I was actually thinking if I should accept it kasi medyo mahirap nga siya kasi online, paano yung approvals. I don't have any idea yet how you do it before. Yun pala, via email lang, and then approvals of APM, RF. And then the same process kahit nung batch ko pa. So, I think na because alumni ako and I was active before at Teatre and AJMA, medyo familiar ako with the processes. So sabi ko, sige, why not? So, medyo risk taker ako kahit na medyo marami ng changes in the SAO processes. I still accepted this. And so far naman, sisisi.
That's good to know po. Yeah, with regards po, like, sometimes when we're not sure po what to do, we go back on like the senior files if we have access to them. Kasi po like, nothing, surprisingly, which is really good. Over the years po, wala naman masyadong nag-change with like
Mhm.
how the entire system works. Like for example, for when it comes to APFs, like that changed like yung outline lang. But then like the entire process is still like the
Yeah,
same. So like
the
I'm glad
same.
po that it's
Oh.
easier. I'm glad po that it's still easy in a way for alumni to like come back like this po and like work with the school kasi nothing much has
Mhm.
changed naman po, so it works well for you and
Oo.
everyone else. um I guess like last question na lang po would be
Sure.
um moving forward. I know po you mentioned already. I know that you already mentioned like how you see the students, like what you want for the students to achieve, especially like learn something, gain the soft skills as well. And you already told us like what kind of person you are, both as a professional and a non-professional. I guess as someone who grew up with the entire APC system and is like an alumni of the orgs as well, because I am aware of other students who don't join orgs, like none at all. Kahit yung mga home orgs sila hindi nila pinupuntahan. Yung mga ganun. So like as someone po who's like active all around in all of those aspects, what do you not necessarily as a concrete goal, but then what is it po that you want to achieve as a SAO head?
Siguro, ano ba? Well, a much seamless filing system sa internal sa amin. Kasi,
Okay.
yun nga po. So, sana ma-achieve ko siya. I want to make it a goal na may seamless filing system. And I also want to, I'm actually excited to make the system parang digitalized kasi lahat manual, di ba?
Yes po, yes.
And then, next is to not siguro to not to be involved in the student activities and not just be the signatory of your APFs. So, yeah, depende sa schedule. I would really, really want, kasi I'm not sure pa because 2 weeks pa lang ako as SAO head. So I would really, really want, especially sa SOAR, to join, to be part of the activities, to give my own suggestions, because I feel like if I also be part of your activities, siguro I can offer what I know dun sa students, and maybe by sharing my own knowledge, baka in the future magamit ko siya. So hopefully ma-maintain ko siya, and hopefully yun yung ma-leave na mark dun sa students and maging standard siya ng SAO and as a SOAR advisor.
That's nice. It sounds like in a way, what it sounds like to me is you sound like a proper alumni, like a proper alumni who's like coming back talaga, which I really like. Kasi I think that's one of the things that sometimes gets left behind, or it's something that gets like neglected, is that like proper connection with the higher up and like the student. Kasi like it feels like there's like a pedestal. Pero like what I like about what you're planning to achieve po is that it has a pedestal, but then there's a bridge, like a proper bridge po. Kasi like what it feels like then is, yes po, you're a SAO head, but then you also sound like an alumni of an organization. Like that, yeah, like
Okay.
you sound like a proper alumni of an organization po, but then with how you're like explaining it po, kasi it's not just, and like what you said with the theatro, it's gonna be for all of us, which sounds very interesting for me, because I don't think I've seen a lot of engagement or a lot of like lumalabas yung SOAR, yung SAO head as part of the student activities. I mean, like, sure, like during events, like they talk at the start or like they talk somewhere. Pero as part, like yung engagement po na gusto nyo gawin, I don't think I've seen that yet. Not
Yeah, I
unless my
feel
memory is failing me.
frustrations kasi ng mga
Yes
batch,
po, yeah.
ng mga kabatch ko before. So, sana, hopefully, ma-achieve ko siya. Kasi I can't blame them naman kasi I don't know what happened or baka they were also busy. But I really want to try that kasi baka ma-improve yung SAO processes. And of course, yung learnings ng students, ma-improve din. Kasi when you say extracurricular activities, ganyan, parang hindi na siya nabibigyan ng parang halaga kasi nga focus yung students sa academic. So, gusto ko sana they will appreciate it na, ay, nag-join ako sa APC Speaks before, tapos ngayon nagagamit ko yung learnings ko doon, or nag-join ako sa teatro, na-improve ko yung self-confidence ko and nagagamit ko siya ngayon. Kasi ako, witness ako doon. Teatro Fileo and ADSMA, sa mga training, sa mga seminars na na-attendan ko, it's very, very helpful. So, sana ganun din yung ibang students na after class, bigyan nila ng chance na umattend sa organizations. Kasi it's not just extracurricular activities or student organization, but it's like a family. Then, na pagka-graduate mo, you will parang still interact with them, talk to them. So, yun.
Yes po. I shared the sentiment po. I really hope we find a way for that to be bridged to, especially sa mga freshmen right now. Since they never really got to experience that kasi nag-pandemic nung pumasok sila. So like the people who share that, like who share the sentiment as strong as we do, or well, we experienced that firsthand. We were at APC. We go up and down the elevator, the stairs, you know, go running to our rooms for like the trainings pag naka-schedule siya. So yeah, I do hope po na we get to find a way. I mean, kahit naman wala na ako, kahit I graduate. But yeah, I hope we find a way for that to happen para we can give the students the same feeling and the same satisfaction that we had as well when we were in APC physically. So,
yeah, so thank you for having me.
Thank you, Miss.
Sana mas nakilala pa ako ng students or mo.
I think so, Miss. You talking to you, Miss, sounds like, yeah, it sounds like I'm talking to a senior, which is nice, which is really nice. So I think you're there naman po. I think you're on the way to achieving what you wanted to achieve naman po, which is really nice.
I'm claiming it.
Yeah.